Hello, World Wide Web. Welcome back to the Hangin With Web Show. I'm GW Pomichter. Thank you so much for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and hit subscribe. We will wait. We've got a little bit of time. You can subscribe right now. Hit the little bell. Come back over and over again and see some amazing authors, artists, filmmakers, cosplayers, creators of all kinds. We're bringing you this from Megacon, Tampa Bay, here at the Tampa Bay Convention Center. And we're here hanging with Scott Eder, the author of Night of Flame. That's night as in nights, like K-N-I-G-H-T. Night. Knigget. Of Flame. And so, thank you so much for hanging with us, man.
Thanks for having me.
You could come up. How's it going down there on the floor?
It's going really well.
Picking up, huh?
It's picking up. A lot more people than yesterday. We expected that. Yeah, talking to a lot of great new readers. It's been a lot of fun. Fantastic,
man. So, tell us a little bit about Night of Flame.
Night of Flame is my debut novel, and it's actually the first in a series about elemental knights defending humanity against the forces of shadow. Kind of a King Arthur meets Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sweet.
What's cool about this, it's a contemporary fantasy. This actually takes place in Tampa and St. Pete. And as the series progresses, the settings get more global.
Wow. Right here local?
Yep.
Nice. I love it when that happens. Now, he's just, that's it, we're done. No, he just summed the whole thing up for you. It doesn't get any better than that. Go down below, check the links, click over there, buy a book, because that's what you do. Read the book, leave stars.
Stars are good.
We eat stars. That's all we got to eat. We got to eat stars, so leave us stars. What inspired this, man? Where did this come from?
That's a good question. I've always wanted to write. And back in college, I wanted to write, but I took a conservative path. Back then, way back then, when PCs were coming into vogue, computer science was just really getting its legs. So I got a degree in computer science. I went a very sensible road. And life happened, so I kind of lost the writing dream. About 6 years ago, things changed.
So you were sitting around, you were on the couch, and you looked at your wife and you said, success? Nah, let's go be an artist.
Not exactly, not exactly. You know, I had done really well in computer science, rose through the ranks, did all that kind of stuff, but I wasn't satisfied there.
Nagging in the back of your mind.
There was something.
Yeah.
And then I actually, unfortunately, my mother passed away. And when you get something like that so close to you, it just makes you reevaluate things. I wasn't happy at my job, and I said, and you know, they were doing some transitioning things, so we worked out an agreement, and I left. So I went a couple of months, and I started putting my resume together to get another job. I said, man, is this really what I wanted to do? And as the corporate fog started to lift, then I was like, wait a minute.
Remember that time I wanted to
be a writer. I wanted to write, and you know what? Now's the time I'm going to make it happen.
That's fantastic.
So
and how long from that moment, that epiphany, to Night of Flame?
Actually, it probably took, I would say, almost 2 years, because I didn't start writing this right away. I started with short stories.
Nice.
So I wrote a couple of short stories because I wanted to see, you know, can I even put a coherent sentence together? I mean, you're writing the corporate job and you're writing emails and all that kind of stuff. But that's not fiction, right? So now you've got to put that together.
World build. You got to create.
You got to do all that stuff. Yeah. So I started a couple short stories, and the first short story wasn't even in a fantasy genre; it was in another genre. I wrote one, I edited it, I sold it. I was like, wait a minute, this might actually work out. So I did a couple more, and I sold those. And then as I was writing those, I started to get the ideas for Night of Flame. My son was young at the time. He was doing his own little comic strips, and he was doing comic strips about the Elemental Brothers. And I said, oh, elements, you know, that's really cool. Let me work with that. So that sort of fired the engine there, fired the forge in a way, and started building on the whole story concept.
Fantastic. It's out. You're out there.
Yes.
What are readers saying?
Readers.
What are you hearing?
Readers have been, the response has been tremendous. Sales haven't been great because it's really tough for a new writer to get their name out.
It is.
But all the reviews, for the people who have read it, you know, they love it. I mean, it's been great word of mouth, but again, getting out there is the hardest part.
It is. The whole show here is founded on that idea. You know, when Stephen King or Steven Spielberg or one of these big creators comes up with a new idea, it'll be everywhere in a week. We walk the artist alley and the author alleys down there, and there is so much creativity pouring out.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And but it's hard. We're competing for airtime with guys who have already made it.
Mm-hmm.
And so our idea was that's where we want to spend our time. We want to spend our time bringing you out to the World Wide Web and showing them what else there is to choose from.
Sure. Well, thank you.
Not everything is made by Stephen King or Steven Spielberg or some. There are tons and tons of artistic, creative people. That's what we're bringing you on the Hangin With Web Show. What's next? You said this is part of a series.
Right. This is the first book in the series.
Where are you at now? Are
the second book.
Or?
No, second book is actually written. I'm in the final stages of editing, and I hope to submit to my publisher within the next 30 days. It's my goal.
Fantastic.
So hopefully we'll see that out next year. There's been a little bit of a delay because this is actually the re-release. So this is kind of Night of Flame 2.0.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, when you're a new author, my first book had like 3 versions. There's like 3 editions of my first book, because the first one was entirely indie.
Right.
Just, hey, guys, read this and let's do it. And the next one was, wow, I probably should spell my own damn name right. And then the next one was after the editor got done with it and said, now you have something, readable. It's amazing, creative people, you get going, when you're 100,000 words in, the double the doesn't stand out to you.
Not at all.
You're just running through them, and you've got a story, you're telling us, you got a movie in your mind that's playing.
Right.
And so this is 2.0. This is ready to rock and roll.
Oh, absolutely.
And now the next one is getting ready for edits.
It's actually
edited, or we're.
I've been through a couple of passes. I've got some tweaks I want to make because I actually cut a bunch out. Mm-hmm. So it's tighter. It's going to have. I just need to beef up the ending. And
get a story editor, writers. Get somebody to look at your story and tell you you're a little loose here. This is kind of dangling out there. You don't need it now. Maybe later.
It's
writers,
critical.
we file everything, right? You throw everything goes in the drawer. Yep. So if it pulls out of this story, wow, that's fodder for the next one.
Well,
right
the stuff
there.
I cut out of this one at the end.
There you go.
So book 3 is already halfway written.
There you go. See, that's the way it works. So, see, she does this. Wow, they just pull out of the internet. You're weird. You're weird on the internet. Why? Because this is where she finds these questions from. Okay, we have a segment of the show we like to move into. We want your readers and potential customers to get to know you, the author, the guy. Okay? So I call this clickbait. And everybody on the internet knows clickbait are those headlines you can't look away from.
Right.
What your favorite child stars look like now, okay? I get my headline. I need a headline, so I need author Scott Eder said this. Okay. That's my goal.
Right.
So what I did was I sent the girls out to the internet. And I said, find me weird questions that will make Scott laugh, and his real life answer will give us the 1 million view headline.
Okay. All right.
He doesn't have to believe me.
Oh, no.
I could be telling the truth. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. What would a knight want on his pizza?
What would a knight want on his pizza?
That one I'm fair certain she made up. YouTube, she cheated. She made that up. But we're going to get the answer anyway. What do you think a knight would want on his pizza? A Tampa knight.
A Tampa knight.
Yeah, we got a Knight of the Flame.
Right.
The Tampa Knights. What do they want on their pizzas?
That's a tough question. Would they go something crazy? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we got Ninja Turtles that are ordering pizza all the time, so Knights can't be that different.
And typically when you see them pictured, it's either cheese or it's pepperoni. Right?
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of classic. Yeah, turtles are boring.
Although Knights, my Knights have been around for a long time, so they could probably go in for the classics, but then they might throw something weird on there. Who knows? They might want to.
Well, they're elementals.
They are. So that's especially with the Knight of Flame, with the power over fire. All of his pizzas are going to be flame grilled.
Flame grill, nice.
And they'll probably have some ham and maybe prosciutto.
Well, they like ham. They like ham. The classic Knights like ham.
Oh, absolutely.
You can cure it and stays for a long time.
Sure. I don't think they would do the whole pineapple thing though. They're not Hawaiian.
No. I think because Knights were, they're conservative.
Some are.
Yeah.
Some are. With Dev as the Knight of Flame, I could definitely see him.
He'd be a
going
wild
in.
child, a little bit of a wild guy.
Yeah, he might do a little black olive every now and then. I don't know.
Yeah,
it depends on if he's got a wild hair that day.
You know, you never know.
We'll have to see.
You know what? You got to read the book, guys. You got to find out. What do you think Knights want on their pizza?
All right, let me take a note to put a scene with pizza in the next book.
There you go.
Then we'll find out for sure.
We'll find out for sure. If you were a new crayon in the box, where would you fall on the spectrum? What color would you be?
Something in the green family.
Something in the green family.
Yes.
Nice.
Definitely something in the green.
Just like that color?
I do. I do like it. I like a deep green. So.
Deep green.
Yeah, it's
nice.
got to be very dark. Kind of even a little darker than forest. Something that's bordering on the next spectrum.
On the next spectrum. Now, very nice, very nice. You know, even new authors, we're addicted, man. The first royalty check, 15 cents, $15,000. Really doesn't matter.
Right.
We're going to blow it. So, what is the last thing, like as seen on TV, one of those goofy things that you see out there that you had to have?
Oh. I don't
know. Because now they have the aisles at the store. You can be walking through Walmart and they have the whole aisle.
I try to avoid.
I don't blame you.
I'm a big Amazon guy. I'm a big
Amazon.
If I don't have to leave the house,
what was the big, oh, I got to click on that. And then I'll explain it to my wife later.
Oh, geez Louise.
When the mailman gets here, I'll tell her, oh, I don't know.
So my latest one has been a ping pong table.
You bought a ping pong table?
No, I want to buy a ping pong table.
Oh, you want to buy it?
I'm eyeing up the ping pong table.
You want to buy it? We're not going to tell her that you did it yet.
She knows.
She's on the internet.
But she also knows I'm not allowed to buy it yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Is there like a number of copies you have to sell before the ping pong table comes in?
It's a combination of things. It's a number of copies of the books, but it's also me getting back into fitness. And if I do a certain, if I get on the elliptical for 2 months straight, I get to spend money.
All right. Internet, we need some comments down below. Cheer him on, guys. He needs to hit these goals, ping pong table in his future, okay? Right. Where are you going to be up the road? Where are you going from here? You're going to be making another appearance, doing some signings, conventions?
I don't have anything scheduled yet, although next year we're looking at doing Pensacon. I've been to Pensacon before. I actually worked in the Barge Tower with Wordfire.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great team.
You know, it really is, and authors helping authors, selling it, cross-selling our books. It's a great experience, and you know, having that many titles on the table, we get people that flock over. You get to talk to readers all day.
What's fantastic, being a part of this community, you really do find out, unlike other industries, our competitors are our friends and they want us to succeed. So when you're under the Barge Tower, you want to sell DJ's books, you want to sell Quincy's books, you want to sell Thad's books, you want to sell everybody, because it's a community. We want each other to succeed. It's an amazing feeling, and you're kidding me. You're really going to make us wrap this up. Wow. You know, YouTube, I want you to know, you can never see this, but the girls behind the camera are actually quite aggressive and mean. And they're going to make us stop.
Seen that.
You've seen that. You get that vibe. They keep telling us what to do.
Oh, my gosh.
Every time we turn around, they tell us what to do. We're going to wrap it up because they said so. It's not our fault. It's their fault. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to say thank you to our partners and our friends. Off the Chain Radio with author Yvonne Mason, Famous Faces and Funny, Space Coast Comics, our great friends at Wordfire Press, and those great, fantastic authors under the Barge Tower, our great friends over at Something Unique Magazine, and of course down here on the floor, Mark Who 42. They've been sharing a lot of the workload with us this week and trying to cover a lot of our indie authors and artists and filmmakers and everything else. I'm GW Pomichter. We've been hanging with Scott Eder, the author of Night of Flame, his debut novel. Get a copy in the links down below. Remember, folks, while you're here, subscribe, log on, tune in, and see who we're hanging with next.